What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Prop Wiz. I'm your host, The Wiz. Today, we'll be doing a box opening and review, or package opening and review of this tactical Spawn. Man, this is by McFarlane Toys. Now, I will say, dude, I'm a real big Spawn head. So as soon as I saw this on the shelf, dude, I copped it. It was no question. I didn't read what it was. I assumed that this was a Spawn from the comic book because, of course, there's a very famous Spawn scene in the early comics. I want to say within the first 10 issues where he fully realized that him using his powers was depleting his life. He was getting closer to a second death as he used his powers. Uses powers up, he goes back to hell. So he ended up breaking into one of his old facilities and stole a whole bunch of guns or whatnot. So I assumed, knowing that it was different, the guns were mad futuristic looking in the Spawn comic book, but I thought that this was what this was based off of. It was called Spawn Tactical. Now that I'm sitting in the studio, got it here, I see clearly the words Call of Duty on here. And of course, that's because this is a Spawn from Call of Duty. So if you play Call of Duty, you've probably seen this dude running around, if you yourself haven't been running around as Spawn. But anyways, man, glad to have this figure in hand. It looks dope. Of course, we can already clearly see the figure. McFarlane always does a good job of that. But I love the artwork on the side and more specifically on the back. That's the same photo. It's obviously a picture of the figure, dude. And they got that bad boy lit, eyes glowing. Dude, you know what? I don't know. Nah, this might be from the video game, man, because there's no joints on there unless they Photoshop the joints out. So this picture might actually be from the game. So I take that credit. I'm giving him back. But it's still dope artwork, man. And he looks like, yo, if that's from the video game and I thought that figure was that, then they did a great job at mimicking that. But anyways, man, we'll go ahead and there's not a lot to report on the package. So we'll go ahead and dive in, man, with the box opening and go over the details.
Okay, here we go, man. Dude, wasn't expecting this figure, man. I can't say that this is something that I've wanted, that I was waiting for, but I'm a huge Spawn fan, so why not? Let's go over the accessories first, man. He's got his little Uzi. Now, all of this stuff is funny because I've never played as Spawn on the video game, but of course I played the video game and I played a lot of people running around as Spawn. So I'm familiar with some of this stuff. I hadn't had a good look at some of the guns. I've seen the Uzi. Look at that right there. Definitely got that black and red scheme going. I know I've definitely seen the headphones on the Spawn figure. Don't recall seeing this. Got this Joker style gun in there, but cool. And of course the bazooka, which I've seen, dude. Look at that, man. That's a lot, yo. You know, McFarlane ain't playing no games when it comes to money, dude. McFarlane is an artist. Nobody can take that away from him. But, dude, he got that suit mentality, yo. I'm thinking this is McFarlane. I'll let you use Spawn in your video games, and I'm going to make a toy of it and make some money. Born in Detroit, Michigan, Al Simmons grew up and became a skilled assassin. Okay, this is just letting us know the history of Spawn, made the deal with the devil. So nothing specific to Call of Duty except for the fact that it's got Call of Duty. So he's in Call of Duty, but it is Spawn. He definitely looks like the movie version of Spawn, where he's got the details in the black. Looks more like the movie version of Spawn than anything. Of course, we're missing his famous cape, unless that scarf wrapped around his neck is that living cape. Dude, there's a lot of details on this figure, a lot of layers. Look at that. All this got straps on it, shoulder pads, gauntlets, flak vest. Man, a lot of details, yo. You do got the gun holster, so we got a little holster, it looks like for the Uzi, I'm assuming. Man, this is a good figure. It's got some weight to it, too. This is a nice figure, dude. It's just layered. Knee pads, combat boots. And again, the scarf, man, and the flexibility, it's good enough, yo. It's good enough. Yeah, he can lift his shoulders, he can do some things. Some of the straps are loose so he can move it. Double jointed knees. Dope figure. And he comes with the stand so we can put him in a cool little pose. Not bad at all. Oh man, he even got knives on the back. The knives come out? No, the knives don't come out. But still, let me see if the Uzi goes in there. Nope. Looks like the Uzi doesn't go in there. Did the gun go? So we got a holster, but I don't see any of the guns going in there, really. Maybe the Uzi does go in there. You know what? The Uzi does go in there. Yep. Uzi fits in there. So, super dope, man. We'll take it upstairs for the final thoughts.
Okay, y'all, back in the studio for my final thoughts, man. Yo, the figure is dope, dude. It's top-notch figure. I am going to take a point off. I'm giving it a 4 instead of a 5. I know in the studio when I was going over the details, it probably sounded like it was going to be a 5 because, dude, the details are awesome. Even having it up close, man. I'm seeing details in the gloves. Dude, the layers. This is a pretty good figure, man. But it was 2 things that stood out to me. There is a little bit of paint that I think could be just a little bit more dynamic, maybe a little bit more weathered. Some of the armored areas look a little too clean, man. Looking at it under these lights, it looks more plasticky up close. Not terribly, you know what I'm saying? That's not enough to take off a whole point. Put it that way. It's not the worst thing in the world. That's just having it here. It's like, okay, the knee pad. Some of this stuff looks like molded plastic. It is molded plastic, but the fact that it's layered and there's so many details and so many movable parts and straps and stuff does add that realism back into it, if that makes sense. So I feel like it could be painted a little bit better, but the design kind of balances that out a little bit. So the actual point, the reason I'm taking off the point is because of posability. As you can see, I got my boy kind of standing kind of strange. The ankles are off, man. They're clicking in some spots, but he's either leaning too far forward or too far back, no matter what pose I got him in. So, right, like I said, now I got him standing in the kind of awkward way that's giving him as straight of a pose as possible. Now, that might just be with my figure, but I can only judge it by the figure that I bought off of the shelf, man. But still, man, 4 is still pretty, I think that's a solid score, letting you know that it is a solid figure. I wouldn't not buy it for that one issue, but I just thought it would be unfair to give it a top 5. So, anyways, just in case you didn't catch it, man, my rating, 4 out of 4. Still love the figure. Still think it's a dope figure, man. We're going to play around with the poses and see if I can get it in a cooler pose for this, or maybe put something around the waist and with one of the dynamic pose stands and do something more dynamic with it. So we're going to work with it, man. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Is this a figure you were keeping your eyes on? Were you checking it out? Are you one of the people that play as Spawn in Call of Duty, man? I don't know if this figure is for you, more for you, or is it more for the comic book fan, or a combination of both? Because I am both. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Also, if you like this video, please take the time to hit the like button, hit the notify button as well. That way you get notified every time I drop a new video. And as always, nope, we're not there yet. I should say, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Now, as always, I love you guys to death, and I'll check you out next time, all right? Peace.